Hello internet friends. I feel like it's been a while since I sat down and filmed a video, so I apologize, but I have a confession to make. I have been falling back in love with the bins. I've been there 3 times in the last week and I'm back. I am in my groove. I just love spending time there. Unfortunately though, people don't love it when you film at the bins. So here is a brief recap, I guess you could say, of my time at the bins. Looked up these already, and these go for anywhere from like $40 to $60, like vintage bongo. A single stitch Cape Cod. This actually doesn't even have any stains on it so far. That's a rare thing. I think this one's my favorite so far though. Oh, that's pretty.
I know.
What's that? Oh my gosh. I feel like I just had ADHD brain right there. I'm so tempted to get this and see if I could turn it into a top and shorts, but it's like really stained on there. So I don't know. And I get the feeling somebody washed it because it is kind of like already needs some steaming done to it. I don't know. I'm so tempted to hold on to it. This is always one of my favorite vintage labels to find. Contemporary casuals. It's super cute. Like a crochet knit. Oh yeah, this will do good. Actually found this exact dress. I called it the Beetlejuice dress. I featured it in a few videos back. This one's like the shorter version. And it still has all the rhinestones intact. Hooray! This was so worth waiting around for. I wish I could have found the pants for this too. That would have been fantastic, but this alone, I'll take it. I love anything patchwork. So worth waiting around. Found Sailor Moon. This is a beautiful cotton gauze. Kind of reminds me of a dress that I found a while back. Cotton gauze number, the Fisher Project. This is Eileen Fisher's like diffusion line. A slight obsession with granny knit lately. I think it's kind of always been in style, but I do tend to see it come back into style during summertime. And this feels like one of those pieces that is just timeless. It's from the 1980s. It's Contempo Casuals. I love picking up this brand. I've talked about it so many times. This I did not pick up at the bins. However, I use this a lot in my styling lately, as well as just like my everyday wardrobe. This is a Jenny Kane slip dress that I did thrift, but I did decide to put into my personal wardrobe because I am seeing slip dresses everywhere right now, and I feel like it's just such an easy way to kind of elevate some of the style trends. Long maxi skirts are in right now, but you can double this up as either a slip dress that you're styling with a cover up over it, or double it up as a maxi skirt style look. So for this, because this is like a cutout finish, I thought this would pair so well together. But I am telling you guys, I have used this in so many different style looks, especially for this video by itself. So can't stress enough, if you haven't already found yourself a good slip dress, highly, highly, highly recommend a good slip dress. Did I go to Davenport College? No, I did not. Is this a single stitch t-shirt that is so comfy and so soft and just so perfectly draped, oversized fit? Yes, it is. And am I keeping this one for myself? Yes, I've already worn it like 4 times because it is that type of perfect washed in. This is a beautiful 1970s maxi bandana print dress. It is so beautiful. I didn't expect how voluminous the shoulders were gonna be on this. I mean, this was a masterpiece when I got it on. Like, it just is such strong ruffle detail. You could just never quite tell. So sometimes when you get a piece on, you're just that much more excited to see how it actually fits. And this is just such a beautiful number. This one I am not keeping for myself. This one is going in the store, but man, I just love the shoulder detail on this. It is so beautiful. This definitely feels not summer appropriate, but you know what? Sometimes when you see these types of pieces, especially at the bins, I'm like, yes, I am definitely gonna grab these. Both of these are going in the shop because I actually have a couple sweaters like this already in my own personal collection. So I found a couple to go into the shop. I feel like this one is just the classic piece. You saw a lot of fast fashion brands knock this exact style off over the last couple years, but this is the true vintage version. This is by the brand Club Room, just classic Henley menswear. I love sweaters like this. And again, I styled this with that Jenny Kane slip dress. Cannot recommend it enough. Like, seriously, it is such an easy go-to style. It looks so cute. It looks so classic. Plus, not to mention, it's like the cream on cream, you know, those beige tones that everybody loves to hate right now. Leaning into my sad beige life. And then another one of those classic men's Henley pullovers. I can never say no to sweaters like this. And again, at the bins, it's just, you can't beat it. You just absolutely cannot beat it. And I'm loving right now the preppy look where, you know, you just kind of do one of those. It just, it's so pretentious. Which is not my style at all, but I get why people are gravitating towards it. But man, I just see this and I want to throw up a little bit in my mouth, but then I'm also like, damn, looks pretty good. This is another piece that's going in the shop, but I am always so confused with these. I mean, this is definitely all the rage right now just because it is that like Y2K, early 2000s style that is definitely in, but I haven't worn a tube top in probably like a good decade and a half. So for me, I was definitely a little confused. I was like, is this a skirt or is this a tube top? I guess you could wear it as either, but I do think this is like a strapless dress, you know? And man, I forgot what this felt like. Like, you're just constantly readjusting, you're pulling it up, you're like, okay, you know? Obviously, having a strapless bra or wearing this without a bra is definitely the way to go, but either way, I still feel like you're constantly doing that adjustment, you know? This is one of those pieces that I was debating on if I was gonna keep or not, but the moment I tried it on, I was just like, oh, I have to keep this. This is by the brand Morgan Taylor, and I feel like I've found this a handful of times. This actually reminds me of the button-down shirt that I found at Deseret Industries, I don't know how many videos back, but I sold it so fast because it was just one of those like quality pieces. And I tried this on and oh man, it just, as a cover up or just as like a slouchy front tied shirt, it's just such a good look. So I definitely think this is gonna go in my personal wardrobe for a little bit. And not to mention, it's that cotton gauze, India cotton gauze. That's what you wanna look for on every single tag. Seriously, when you see this on a tag, pick it up, especially if it's vintage. This piece is one of those perfect examples of knowing fabric type and just digging in those bins and just like feeling for something, because this, you would think it was probably like a bed sheet or something like that, but no, this is like the classic 1980s, maybe 90s cotton gauze. Again, with that cotton gauze, I'm obsessed, I know. One of those like classic cotton gauze maxi dresses. These are always a good piece to pick up. And this one is just like, it's a little bit perfectly worn in, which to some people, the fade on it, they might not appreciate, but I definitely love this style dress because it's already like, oh man, it's just so comfy, cozy. Love it. This one, oh my gosh, I think it was like a little over a year ago. I remember doing a Chloe video where I talked about patchwork leather and how vintage is the way to go with patchwork leather, and this is a perfect example. Somewhere out there in the world, I'm sure there is a pair of denim jeans that went perfectly with this, and I am so sad that I didn't find it because man, I bet you it was like a whole look and it was fantastic. But just finding the vest alone, still a great piece. Oh man, it's so good, so good. Okay, and the very last piece, this one is going in my wardrobe just because I feel like just recently I sold off a bunch of my vintage t-shirts. Some of my best vintage tees went into my store, including this Harley Davidson one, which has not sold yet, but man, it's a good one. And not to mention like all the Disney t-shirts that I wanted to keep for myself are selling. I feel a little bit better picking up the vintage t-shirts at the bins because I'm not like investing as much money into them. but they don't have as much character is what I think I sell regularly. Like a Harley Davidson tee and a Disney tee, those have character to them, whereas this one is just, I would call this one more of a souvenir t-shirt. Still got character, but it's like, it just doesn't have that same oomph to them, which I feel like is a very personal thing. If you're obsessed with Cape Cod, maybe this one is the character that you're looking for. Anyways, long story long, I'm keeping this t-shirt for myself. It is single stitch, and man oh man, it is washed in. It's one of those, like, if you hold it up to the light, it's pretty much see-through, which that's what you want in a vintage t-shirt. So definitely digging that look. Definitely adding that to my personal wardrobe until I wear the crap out of it and I'm like, I don't want to look at this t-shirt anymore. I need to find it a new home. And that's that. Okay, you guys, that is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for hanging tight. I'm sorry, I kind of skipped. I've been doing so good with 2 videos a week lately, and I just fell off the bandwagon because I was going to the bins all the time. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new around here, I might have a couple extra videos for you right here and right here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.